I'm Aletris Pinkroot, and this is how I made On Your Side stripped. Okay, so this song's production, pretty simple. There's nothing crazy going on. Also theory-wise, extremely simple. I really said, this one's gonna be easy, and I stuck with it, and so it was easy. Okay, so intro, super simple. We've got this little organ pad thing that just like is really quiet. So, and that's just under the entire track, and it just gives it a nice bed to rest on melodically. Anyway, so this piano is indeed a piano. It's the Noir Fault piano. I have no idea how to pronounce Noir. I don't know. Anyway, so that's just got an EQ on it and a LA2A compressor. So yeah, the chord progression throughout like almost the entire song is just 1 5 6 4 in C major, which is extremely complex, and I'm sure that you have no idea how any of that works, because this is only for certified, really smart music theory people. Yes. Nobody's ever heard of a C, G, A minor, F chord progression before. This is brand new. This is what I'm bringing to the pop world. This is my thing. This is my thing. Anyway, so yeah, the whole like intro thing is just like playing around with like the C and B and other notes, because that's usually how music works. Okay, so yeah, most of the chord progression is just C, G, A minor, F. And then in the pre-choruses, it is A minor, F, C, G, 6 4 1 5, which is also extremely complex and for cool people only. So if you're not cool, then you're not allowed to know about this. So if you're watching this, you must be cool, unless you're not cool. So yeah. So yeah, pre-choruses are A minor, F, C, G, and then also just like the bit at the end of the chorus, like still be on your side. That bit's also A minor, F, C, G. So that's the entirety of the theory of the song, pretty much. If you want to get like super in depth into like actual theory, the melody has a bunch of like semitonal intervals, which make it sound like kinda sad, but since the chord progression is like, happy pop stuff, it's like not that sad, because the song's not that sad. Sweet, back into the production stuff. So verse 1 brings in this little pad that you can barely hear. It's super quiet, but I like it that way, so it's quiet. Also this guitar is brought in, so it's also pretty quiet around here, just because I wanted it to be quiet around here so that the vocals could like really pop out. So yeah, the vocal chain, wow, isn't that crazy? Okay, so first of all, there's a gate, because I do not want room noise popping in, because that's kind of gross. Then I've got this pre-box, which is from Analog Obsession, I think. They've got a Patreon, and all their stuff is up there for free, but you can like subscribe to their Patreon if you want. They make like super good analog, what's the word? Analog, but not actually analog copies. Analog emulators, that's the word. Okay, yeah. And then yeah, so the pre-box is a bunch of analog preamps. Yes. So yeah, it's just got like a bunch of them. You could pick whatever one you want and use a digital version of it. Then I got good old Waves Tune Real Time because my pitch is totally always completely on the right pitch, and my voice automatically does that thing where it snaps the next pitch. That's exactly what my voice sounds like naturally. Yeah, this is just normal, just easy stuff. Okay, then I've got this 2 pre, which is also from Analog Obsession. So this one is also a preamp. I don't know why I have many, but this one's mostly just to add color in the high end and cut some low end, and also boost the volume because it was quiet. And then I've got a LA2A, also from Analog Obsession. I am obsessed with Analog Obsession. Do you like my pun? I made it myself. Yeah, there's just normal stuff, fun times. Then I've just got a nectar at the end, and I let it do its AI thing just to get rid of any stuff that I missed, and also for the de-esser, because this is a good de-esser. Cool. That's the vocal chain. Never mind, it's not. Why am I shaking? Okay, then on the vocal group, I've got just a transient shaper, because with the LA2A, it has a really high attack. So when the sound first comes in, it like snaps kind of. Hang on, I'll see if I can show you. So you can, it almost sounds like I was like coughing, kind of like, like, yeah. But then with this transient shaper from Kilohertz, I just took off some of the beginning transient, so that it wasn't so coughy and more singy. Then I've got an OTT and an EQ cutting the out of the like 200, 500 range. That's to make the voice sound less boomy and less muddy. So like without it, you can hear it's like, ever since I met you. Like it's just like super like instead of like the bright like you, there's less of like the air in it, and then cutting out everything except for the air makes it more airy. So yeah, then I've got a color limiter from Max for Live. There's just to add a tiny bit of distortion, so that ever since I met you, and it just like makes it a little bit louder. Then I've got another LA2A, because I really wanted to use LA2As on this song, so I did, because I'm not going to let anyone stop me, because I'm cool. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so this pad thing, by the way, I forgot to tell you, it's from Spitfire Labs. It's got a bunch of free presets, like not just synth pads. It's got like piano, drums, keys, synth, guitar, other stuff that's written there. So yeah. This pad number 5, I use it on a lot of songs. Back when I was Broken Mirror, that was like the main thing on By My Side. So yeah, it's nice to have that still, still creeping up in my music. Anyway, so that's the verse. I promise I won't let you feel down and alone. Oh yeah, also just like letting you know, it's really important to this sounds like I'm joking. It's really important to automate like reverb and other sends on your vocals. So here, when I go up to the 5th, so it's like down and alone. Like the down is I've automated the reverb so that it like goes up. Feel down and alone. It's a bit harder to hear here because the reverb is like quiet, kind of. But like, if you just see, like only the down is getting reverbed, like everything else is still getting a little bit of reverb. because I wanted everything else to. Oh my god. Because I wanted everything else to have reverb. So I just made those words have a bit more, and it adds a bit of life to the track, because otherwise it'll sound kind of boring. And I don't want it to sound boring.
Feel down and alone. Oh, when I'm in.
So yeah, the rest of the verse is basically the same. All the MIDI stuff, apart from like the synths, I just recorded them in like with my MIDI keyboard. Because I wanted it to sound cool. Yeah. The entire first verse and pre-chorus is like the exact same production-wise. So yeah, then in the chorus we get introduced to some fun stuff. Do you like fun stuff? I like fun stuff. Oh god. Okay. Sweet. So, here's the chorus.
I'll be on your team. Even.
So yeah, I was trying really hard to make it sound like soft, kind of like I wanted this song to be like a ballad. Ballad. I don't know. I think it's a ballad. Yeah, I think it's pronounced ballad, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted it to sound like that, but I still wanted to have like synths and stuff in it, because anything without synths is boring and is not classified as music. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Okay. So I've got like I have 4 synths. Well, I mean, technically I have like 6, but technically I have 7. Okay, I'm just not going to count them. Okay, so here I've got 3 synths coming in. The first one is this BMV1. It's actually APV1 because I'm Aletris Pinkroot now and not Broken Mirror. So this is from my Aletris Pinkroot Volume 1 Ableton Effect / Instrument Rack Pack. It's up for free on my Gumroad shop at https://gom.co/APV1R, just in case you wanted to type that in yourself. It's probably in the description as well if I'm smart. So anyway, this is just like a 80s synth. It's supposed to be like a pretend version of like the DX7 kind of Prophet 6 kind of brass sounds, like the fake brass. That sounds kind of terrible if you're trying to make it brass, but if it's a synth, it's cool. Basically did that, but in wavetable. And I don't know why I called it 80s synth, because it's really just a super saw with a filter. So yeah, I think, is it this one? I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, okay. So that doesn't even happen in this chorus. Okay, never mind. So yeah, that's just going through the chorus. Then we've got this arpeggio, which is also from Aletris Pinkroot Volume 1 Effects / Instrument Racks for Ableton at https://gom.co/APV1 R. Yeah, it's up to. This one's like nice. It's super quiet over here because I've got the cutoff like all the way down, just so it sounds non-existent. I don't know why I had it there. Oh yeah, it's automating up over this chorus. So then, yeah, over here you can kind of sound it. Oh my god, you can kind of hear it over there. But anyway, yeah, I modified this preset a little bit because I wanted to be a little more bouncy, kind of. It wasn't that bouncy at the start, so I made it more bouncy by making the filter automate more and having a little bit of attack on the filter envelope, like 10 milliseconds. Yeah, and then I've got a reverb from Kilohertz. I don't usually use the Kilohertz reverb. I don't know why I did then, but yeah, then I've got a glue compressor. to compress it. No idea why I went into that detail, because it was not necessary. So yeah, that's just like under it. You can barely hear it at the start. Then I've got this thing. I don't know why I left it in, because it really doesn't add that much. If you can like just barely hear that. So that's over the choruses. I really don't know why I kept it in, because it's not adding all that much. But I kept it in anyway, because I was really happy with myself for some reason, even though it's like literally just a C major chord split up over a bar. I don't know, for some reason that really just got me going, like, oh god, I need to keep this in the song. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, the guitar in this chorus. Yeah, that was all just like finger picking. Hang on, I can grab the guitar. Can I without... Ooh, can I grab this without pulling over my audio interface with my headphone cable? Fun game. Okay. So, it's the guitar. It's my dad's one. I don't know what brand it is. Does it say? It's from Samick. I've never heard of that before. Anyway, so basically, hang on. Let me just make sure you can see it. So, really, I just did the chord shapes were just like, you know, normal C major, then a G suspended fourth. Yes, that's the one. Normal A minor, and then this one is the F. It's like F suspended to major 7. I think. Yeah. But yeah, I put like a lot of emphasis on the E string to have the E just like above it, because I wanted to have the E above it. I don't know. Anyway. Cool, that was totally helpful. Anyway, so that's the chorus basically. Yeah, nothing else crazy happened in that chorus. You know, the reverb's still getting automated. All that stuff. All that good. Ew. Okay, so then after the first chorus, the bass comes in. Ooh, drop the bass. Am I right? EDM producers? Ew. Okay, so this is bass guitar. It is my good old Fender Squier Jaguar bass in the red. Yeah. No idea why I had to show you that, but basically it's just playing CGAF. Yeah, so it comes in with this little, just from the A. I don't know why I picked A, but it worked. So yeah, the bass effects, it's literally just an amp from Ableton. Don't worry about the tuner. I was tuning my bass because I had to tune my bass. But yeah, it's just the bass amp with some gain, full volume, etc.
On your side.
But yeah, I used the bass guitar because I did not want to use a synth bass, because that was not the sound that I was going for. Cool tips with Corey, am I right? Okay. So yeah, verse 2 is almost the same as verse 1 with like a few added stuff. So like halfway through it,
Even when they hurt you.
I add in this little arpeggio played on my microbrute from Arturia. Ew. Yeah. It was just like a real simple patch, just like a short plucky sound with a plucky filter envelope as well. So yeah, I just played that like super. I just played it and then I quantized it in Ableton just to make sure everything was like perfectly on beat because I wanted it to be. So yeah, then I also bring in this wah guitar. Called it wah because it's got an auto wah on it. It's Guitar Rig 5 from Native Instruments. No? Is it Native Instruments? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So yeah, it's the funky auto wah preset. So yeah, I just played a little bit of a arpeggio thing with my electric guitar, which is an Epiphone red one. I don't know, it says SG on it. I don't know what guitar it is specifically, but it's a guitar. So yeah, that just comes in to introduce the pre-chorus and also just like highlight this phrase for some
Also
reason.
be your angel.
No idea why I highlighted that phrase specifically. I don't know, it just felt like emotional and important to the story that I was telling or whatever.
Even when the lights go out, we'll find a
Yeah,
way.
it's pre-chorus towards the end. The guitar comes back. So yeah, that's the end then. Acoustic guitar. Oh yeah, with the guitar, I added on the dominant seventh. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I added the F. I added an F to the G chord to make it super. To make it build a lot of tension, which would get released when the chorus starts, because the chorus starts on a C, and we all know that a dominant 7 goes to the tonic. If you didn't know, now you know. Anyway, so this microbrute ARP thing comes back in. This was a different patch. It's really just the same thing, but I put the sustain all the way up. That's really just playing a B, C, and then G, and then it hangs on the G. Just to add like a tiny bit of like a drone with some tension. And then it does this. That was the same note. Anyway, but yeah, that's just there. And this wah guitar is still in there. Doing this stuff.
Even
Over the course of this chorus, I open up all the filters. The arpeggio is like much more audible through this. And you can finally hear this beautiful thing. Wow. Now this is music. Yeah, so that's there. At the end of this chorus, we've got this guitar coming in, which is the same as the guitar solo. It's the same patch, just played a few different notes. And I've got this other guitar. No idea why it's called SC guitar. But yeah, that's just like a real simple pedal. And I was just playing like palm muted stuff for fun. But anyway, so now for the solo, because I have a guitar solo in this song because I'm a professional guitar player, totally. Yeah, first off, I'm going to start with the synths that I have in this section, because I actually have a couple synths playing the guitar solo as well. So I've got this one, which is just a wavetable. It's a saw and a square with a little bit of filter modulation. Yeah, that's the one, with an LFO with the shape at negative something. Just a fun tip: if you're doing like a plucky super saw, kind of not super saw, like like a kind of pluck thing with the filter, and you're using an LFO on a wavetable. Turn down the shape of the LFO. It sounds really cool. Trust me. If you don't do it, then I don't know. You're not cool. Sorry to inform you. But anyway, out of the wavetable, I've got a reverb, Valhalla Room reverb, because we all love that reverb, am I right? Then a saturator at complete, like full drive, and then I've got an LA2A. This one is the Waves emulator. That one, yep. Then I've got a transient shaper for the same reason as it was on the vocals before, because it was having that little snappy sound at the start of the thing, because the LA2A has a really long attack time. So I turned down the transient so that it wasn't so harsh to the ears. But yeah, it sounds really cool. Most of the cool stuff is coming from the reverb before the saturator, because it like saturates both the normal the normal signal and the reverb, and it like draws out the single. Why do I keep saying single? Is this my subconscious just calling me single? I feel attacked, but like it's not wrong. But yeah, then saturator's just like saturating it up. What can I say? She's cool. Then this arpeggio from before. I just opened up the filter on the microbrute. Also, fun, cool stuff. I've got this. I'm sorry, was my voice distorted? Okay. Fun, cool stuff. I've got this arpeggio. Yep. Got this arpeggio going to this end, which is number G. I don't know why I'm telling you that. You don't have my template. But I don't know if you can see it behind my webcam, but it is a sparkly delay, which is basically, it's a grain delay. Grain delay is really cool. If you have Ableton and you haven't used it before, please use it. It is the coolest thing ever and sounds really good. So basically, you can hear it. It adds like a little bit of a shine kind of thing. So this is from the feedback being really high and the pitch being 12. Basically, what the grain delay does is at a specific amount of time, I've got it set to 1 hertz, so 1 time every single second. This is gonna take the audio from that second, and it's gonna, just like a delay, it's gonna, give it back to you. But instead of just giving it back to you with like a little bit of less volume, it pitches it up by 12 semitones, which is an octave. Yeah. Tune in next time for Corey explaining DSP in a really bad way. This barely is a DSP, but whatever. Anyway, so that's really cool to have, and then I've got that sound being sent into the reverb send as well. Sendception, whoa. And that just makes it like reverb out rather than being like cool, less reverby. I don't know. So yeah. Then I've got this synth, which is another microbrute synth. Basically, I turned up pretty much all of the knobs, and then I had the LFO control. I think it was the pulse width, and that was synced to the tempo of Ableton, so it would. It's got this square wave LFO as well. Yeah. Then it's got reverb, saturator after the reverb to make it cool. Then I've got a transient shaper before the LA2A. I don't know why I did that. Kind of stupid moment for me, but oh well, whatever. Then, yep. So, to the guitars. I've got one to the left, one to the right. The main stuff is 2 amps at the end of it. They're both pretty similar. This one just has like slightly different parameters. That's the word. Yeah, this one has slightly different parameters to the first one, so that it sounds different. This one's panned all the way left, panned all the way right. To make it stereophonically wide. I don't know if that's an actual term. I'm gonna assume it is. But yeah, I've got a reverb before that, and then the reverb goes into a compressor, so that the reverb and the dry signal get like mushed together. Then the amp distorts both of them. Supports both of them together, which is cool. Then on the group, I've got a compressor, then an EQ, taking out some of this, like around 500. Oh, it's 367. Who cares? Taking out some of that just to make it less mid-heavy, and then more treble heavy. And then I also had a low pass. That's the one. I keep getting like high pass and low pass confused for some reason. Like not the actual stuff, but just the names. I don't know why. Anyway, then I've got an OTT to make the high end more pronounced and just to compress everything on its own. Then I've got a utility at the end just so I could fade in and fade out the solo guitars so that this bit isn't as loud as the actual solo. Also, I think I might have accidentally plagiarized. I'm not completely sure, but the first half of the guitar solo sounds way too similar to All Too Well from Taylor Swift, and I don't know why I did that. I didn't know I was doing it at the time, but I think I might have accidentally plagiarized, but like not technically not, because I mean all melodies are technically plagiarized and it's a completely different rhythm, but like still, like the verse of All Too Well. I don't know if you've heard All Too Well. If you haven't, you should listen to it. It's a good song. But yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure that part is like a direct copy with like a slight change to the rhythm. I am so sorry, Taylor Swift. On behalf of myself, I apologize for accidentally plagiarizing. Again, I'm not completely sure if this is plagiarism. I haven't actually heard All Too Well in a while, so it might not be the same at all. I'm not sure. But anyway, I didn't mean to plagiarize you, Taylor Swift, if you're watching this. Yeah, then the second half of the solo is... Fun fact, I actually wrote the second half of the solo before I wrote the first half. It was weird. I don't know, I had the... I had that down, and then I was like, this doesn't sound good enough on its own, so I added the first half. Because I'm a certified musician. Ooh. What? But yeah, that's the solo. She's fine. Sounds beautiful. Look at that girl. Oh, also, fun fact. This little arpeggio thing. This thing's happening. Then at the end, it plays triplets. Whoa! This song doesn't have any triplets in it other than that. This song doesn't have any triplets in it other than that bit, which is like cool to like change it up slightly. It's like it's not super loud, but then like you can hear it and you can feel the change, like the slight little change for that little section into a triplet feel, but not really. Ooh, threw you in for a loop. Look at me go. What am I saying? Anyway, then this bit for this little microbrew up, I've just got that repeating over and over. That is G, C, and then an octave up, G, C. So that's just the fifth and the tonic, or the fifth and the root of the key that it's in, which is in C major. So that is like super in the key, and it sounds melodically, it's not tense, and I needed something that was melodically not tense. So yeah, this section. It's super similar to actually the solo, but I've just got the solo guitar bunch quieter, and then there's vocals on it. I've still got this synth actually playing the solo. So that's just like in the background. I've also got this one still playing the solo. So you can like slightly hear the solo over that, which is really cool, I think. So yeah, then these guitars, palm muted with the wah, then not muted with the SC guitar. No idea what SC stands for. Then the acoustic. Going to town with those drums. These vocals get like stacked up onto each other. In a prior version, I had a utility changing, so like fading the first one out and then fading the second one in. But then with the Ale2A and all the other stuff on it, it just kind of does it itself a little bit, which is nice because it means I have to do less automation. And for some reason, I hate doing automation. Anyway. So yeah, this little outro section, the piano and the pad, those were both played in this section without the metronome on, so like kind of. I think I quantized the piano a bunch. Okay, yeah, that's just like literally on time. Yeah, I thought it was cool, but turns out I'm not cool. Don't talk to me, just found out I'm uncool. But anyway, this wah guitar, this is the best moment in the entire song, if you ask me. And my opinion counts because I made this song. Best part of the song by far. That guitar, incredible, show-stopping, spectacular. I'm not going to go through with the rest of that. This SC guitar thing is just playing full chords. And so is the acoustic guitar.
Your side.
Then with the pad. I did a little bit of an arpeggio thing for some reason. I don't know. It felt cool. So yeah, that's just going up. It's just the C major chord played in different octaves, which is nice. And then I've just got the bass doing its thing. But yeah, I think that's it.